Josh Miller, 32, just a regular guy from the suburbs of Columbus, Ohio, until my life turned into a damn nightmare. I had a wife, Liz, a schoolteacher with a big heart, and our son, Ethan, an 8-year-old ball of energy. We just moved into this old house, creaky wooden floors, big windows, the whole deal. Ethan started saying he heard footsteps up in the attic at night, but I brushed it off as kid stuff. Figured he'd watched too many spooky cartoons. Then I heard it myself. At first, it was just creaking boards, but then it turned into this heavy clacking, like something big was packing around up there. Liz noticed too, but we told ourselves it was the house settling. Man, were we wrong. One night, Ethan didn't wake up. He was just lying there in bed, breathing but out cold. No response. Doctors said it was a coma, no explanation. I was losing my mind, blaming myself while Liz cried her eyes out. I started digging into the house's history. Found this beat-up box in the basement with old photos, pictures of the family who lived here before us. They looked scared as hell, and in some shots there was this shadow in the corner. Tall, with horns. Freaky stuff. I showed Liz, and she remembered Ethan had been drawing something weird before he went under. A black figure with a red face and hooves. We were desperate, so we called in a medium. This older lady named Marge, sharp as a tack. She took one look at us and said, "Your boy's not in a coma. His soul's gone somewhere else and something's holding him there." Marge set up a seance. We're in the living room, lights off, just candles flickering. She told me to go in and find Ethan. I closed my eyes, and next thing I know, I'm in this dark, endless hallway. The air was thick, stinking of sulfur. I could hear Ethan's voice faint, calling out, "Dad, I'm here." I followed it, stumbling through the dark until I hit this room. There he was, my kid, pale as a ghost, huddled in the corner. And above him was it. This thing, black skin shining like polished stone, a red face glowing like fire, empty eyes staring right through me. Curved horns, hooves clacking on the floor, and a long whip-like tail slashing the air. It wasn't just some monster, it was pure terror, something ripped straight out of your worst dreams. It turned to me, grinned with these jagged teeth, and hissed, "You came for him. Then stay in his place." I grabbed Ethan and bolted. The hallway stretched on forever, walls shaking, and behind me I could hear those hooves pounding, that roar rattling my bones. I felt its breath on my neck, claws swiping so close I could feel the air move. Somehow I made it out, snapped awake on the living room floor, drenched in sweat, holding Ethan tight. He opened his eyes, screamed, and Marge said, "You got him back, but it knows you now." Me and Liz didn't waste time. We packed up that night and hightailed it to her sister's place in Cincinnati, leaving that cursed house behind. A week later, I'm flipping through channels and the news hits me like a brick. Our old house was on the screen, cops everywhere. A new family had moved in, a young couple with a little girl. All dead, torn apart like something clawed them to pieces. Cops were saying wild animal, but I knew better. That thing, that red-faced bastard with hooves and horns, it didn't leave. It was waiting, hungry for more. Now I wake up every night to that clacking sound outside my window. I see a shadow with horns in the corner of the room. Liz thinks it's just nerves, but I know the truth. It's coming for me. I took its prize and it's pissed. It wants payback, and I don't think I can outrun it much longer.